Hey guys, I'm Janet, on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer II Battle Replay. Sorry about the delay, guys. I've been absolutely exhausted this week. So yeah, I didn't want to bring any sort of half-assed stuff to the table. So yeah, so I took a couple days to recover a bit. So as you can see, I have Hawk Riders. I've been trying to get these guys to work. They're useless. That's basically my finding. But you'll see, you know, they come in useful, but yeah. Yeah, we'll see, right? Anyway, so I'm against the Empire, which is usually quite a simple, you know, a simple way to go. So here you can see I've got Sisters of the Thorn, Hawk Riders, I've got my Azrai Spears in the back, Eternal Guard in the front, and War Dancers just to punch straight through, with the help of the Branch Wraith buffing up their melee attack as well, and Durthu as well, just to have something. It's a big target, basically. So, you know, with the War Dancers in tow, he's going to be focusing on Durthu a lot. If he had cannons and stuff like that, I'd be in a lot of trouble. Luckily I've got Earthblood, and, you know, I can close the distance pretty quickly with this kind of army. So, hopefully it should be okay. And yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah, just useful stuff. Over here you can see he's got some Rights Guard. The Rights Guard will absolutely shred War Dancers. He really wants these guys just to run straight down the middle and smash these guys. Because, yeah, nothing will hold up against the War Dancers in this front line. You see he's got a load of Spearmen with shields, chevroned up. So as much melee attack as he can, melee defense as he can get, but yeah, they're still going to get shredded, honestly. War Dancers is just too good. Here he's also got Silver Bullets. These guys are going to be useful. He's also got Sigmar's Sons that are unbreakable, and he's got some Great Swords, which actually will hold up fairly well against War Dancers, but sort of in the front line, if I've got, you know, if they get in range of the Sword of Death, things like that, they're gonna suffer a lot. Also, he's got some halberdiers in the back, which is useful for, you know, stopping any sort of nonsense cavalry running in. And he's got a Jade Wizard, and he's got Karl Franz. You don't often see Karl Franz, so yeah, I like that. And over here, you can see he's actually got some Pistoliers. So here, I try and get everything shooting at him. We'll speed things up. I try and get everything shooting at him, so you'll see, you know, these guys, they've got all-right missiles. You know, 43 damage is pretty good, but the model counts are quite low, so they don't hit many. So I use the Curse of Van here on them to try and slow these guys down, so I can just shut them down immediately so they won't hassle me for the rest of the game. Over on this side you see the Eternal Guard get charged. They weren't braced, so they're taking a lot of damage, but that's fine, because I want to get my Azrai Spears on top of these guys anyway. So my front line's engaged. I've taken a bit of damage with Durthu because of the Silver Bullets. I hit them with a Flock of Doom to try and weaken them. Over on this side, these Pistoliers look like they're kind of getting away, because like I said, these guys are useless. They're finally landing, thank God. But I managed to rake them at least, but that was mainly the Sisters of Thorn. So over here, I come in, you see he's retreating his Silver Bullets behind his Halberdiers. I've broken through the front line somewhat. His Jade Wizard is in a lot of, well, he's having a tough time. Durthu fighting Karl Franz. Actually, Karl Franz holds up pretty well. When he's got all his buffs, he will do a lot of damage to Durthu, as you can see. So pretty good. So he's an Earthblood on myself. Silver Bullets start to fire at him, but now I've bogged him down with the Hawk Riders. So that is one thing, they can just jump over spears to jump on stuff. They, you know, don't have to run around, which is kind of useful. But, you know, they take damage to the Pistoliers, the Halberdiers are on them now, but I have shut down the Silver Bullets. Here, the War Dancers are so quick with Azrai Spears. They are 52 speed compared to the Rights Guard 66. So, although they can't always catch them, they will always be able to sort of prevent them from getting in. They're going to stay very close. And as you can see, they have caught some out again, which is just crazy. Just Azrai Spears are so fast to say they're not cavalry. So it's pretty great. So here, these War Dancers I'm going to send back into these Halberdiers. Durthu and Franz are still fighting. I get a lovely hit on those Great Swords to help the War Dancers win that. As you can see, the War Dancers have actually been doing great here. And they've got a lot of chevrons on them now. I think they had 1 or 2 when I started. I don't think I gave them 3. So yeah, they've been doing pretty well. So the Great Swords have been broken. Karl Franz, he's still fighting Durthu. Karl Franz is much closer to his healing cap than Durthu is, so that's good. Also, regrowth, given the physical resist, doesn't matter, because Durthu, he's got magic attack, so he's going to cut right through that. So over on this side, try to finish off some of these Halberdiers with the Sisters of Thorn. Shooting into these Spearmen, they got shields though, so, you know, it's not too bad. The Rights Guard are coming in to help. As you can see, a load of my units getting bogged down by the Sigmar's Sons, but I've managed to get rid of this Jade Wizard with my Eternal Guard. And now I'm going to send my spears back in here. I do have some War Dancers with Azrai Spears in this fight. Over on this side, these War Dancers with Azrai Spears have actually got caught up on the Halberdiers, which is a good move. He's managed to get his, you know, his Rights Guard through and do a lot of damage to my War Dancers, which is what you want to be attacking with them. Because the War Dancers cannot get through that heavy armor, and the charge bonus is going to help kill them quickly. And yeah, if you can kill them quickly, they're not going to do much damage. They're very glass cannony. So hit them with, you know, things like Rights Guard, and they'll be wiped out before they can get damage in, which is great. So here, Karl Franz is now broken. I've been just throwing birds at him. because they do have some, armor-piercing damage, which is okay, and because he was on his own and not with any other units, then the Hawk Riders can do okay, because they will sort of hit with a couple, land all around and start running around in circles, and a few of them will eventually blob around, but it's a bit useless, honestly. And there you go, everything shatters, which, yeah, fair enough. Well, not everything, actually. The Sigmar Suns are still going. There's one guy left. This guy's brave. If he thinks he can take everyone else on. Yeah, there we go. Poor guy. So, close victory, which is odd. Didn't seem very close. But, to me, it feels like I could have got so much more work done if, instead of bringing the, these Hawk Riders, I could have brought 2 more units of War Dance. The Azrai Spear... yeah, I could have brought 2 more Azrai Spears. With that cost, or I could have brought 2 more War Dancers with some change. I could have brought, I think, 3 Eternal Guard and change. Probably, I don't know, 2 Eternal Guard and... Actually, just 3 Eternal Guard, I reckon. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly. They cost a lot, the Hawk Riders, and you see they didn't get many kills. And I had these guys basically chasing Pistoliers. You'd think that, heavy sort of ranged attacks, shooting while moving, they'd hit a lot of them and get a lot of damage in. But no, they just don't. Hawk Riders aren't very useful. I mean, you can kind of get them where you want them to be, but... I mean, they basically function about as well as bats do. As fell bats. If you get on top of ranged units, yeah, you can bog them down for a while, but they're not worth the cost. Which is a real shame. I've been trying Hawk Riders out with a few different armies, and frankly, every time I win, it's because the rest of the army has carried them. I haven't really got much done with the Hawk Riders at all, because they suffer the same things as they suffer from the same things as like Pegasus Knights and all those other flying units, where their charges are just useless now, because the charge behaviour got changed, and so instead of all actually focusing on that target, they'll sort of land in formation, and they're sort of, I don't know, the front rank sort of hits, and then the rest go over their heads and land in blobs of infantry. And then once they're stuck in there, you try and tell them to fly away, but a couple of the units that get stuck, within an enemy unit, they'll be getting stabbed because they're not attacking because you've given them a move order. So they'll just get butchered, and if they do stay alive, a little while, then your whole unit is going to get pulled into combat again. So they're going to be flying back and forth, and you can't get them out and get them where you want them to be. It's pretty useless, which is a pity because they look awesome. And they're just really interesting units, but no, they don't really work, honestly. I mean, they're great against vampire counts, because you can't really reach them, or catch up to them, so they're alright against vampire counts, but that is it. And that's just because you can't hurt them, so you basically just do that horrible cheesy thing where you have the Hawk Riders all fly up to, you just bring a load of them, have them fly up to the vampire counts, and have them all shoot at the most expensive unit, and then once that's dead, you point at the next most expensive unit, until that's dead, and you just keep doing that. It's really tedious, and yeah, not very, it's not very fun for anyone, honestly, so I don't recommend doing it. But that's the only use they have, really. Just using them as bad archers that can't be hurt because they're in the air. But yeah, you can't really get much utility out of them. Other than that, it's kind of a pity. So, I've been trying really hard with these guys, but they just don't cut the mustard, I'm afraid. But, it's worth a try. As you can see, though, War Dancers, they will just clean up. I mean, despite all the chevrons, these guys just did not hold long at all. Not even slightly. And on this battle, I didn't even use the Curse of Andra here on their front line like I normally do. I used it on the Pistoliers to try and mop them up quicker and give the Hawk Riders a chance to actually get something done. So, yeah, even then, the War Dancers will just shred any Empire infantry. No problem. I mean, look at that. Great Swords, 23 kills against the War Dancers. It's pretty pathetic. Did not really go to plan. So, it's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one for the Empire, actually. Just, they can't really hold up against War Dancers. Thing is, though, the Rights Guard can deal with them. So really what you want to do is just send your cavalry straight down the front line. Just smash into that front line. Because once all the War Dancers are dead, then, yeah, these Spearmen will hold out for ages, and, you can... yeah, you got a lot more room to maneuver. You got a lot more spearmen that are going to be left over to guard against things like, the Hawk Riders and Sister Thorn, Wild Riders, stuff like that. So it definitely helps. So that's how you want to play it, I think. But other than that, yeah, Hawk Riders, rubbish. Don't bother. I'm sorry, guys. I just haven't found a use for them. I've played many, many games with them now, and it just doesn't really go to plan. So it's a bit of a pity. I just realised I need to talk another 20 seconds to be able to put an advert on both ends of this video. Yeah, it's got to be 10 minutes. So yeah, that's just a little fun YouTube fact for you. Yeah, what should we talk about? Silver bullets. They're good, but you got to kill them early. He could have done with maybe some more I don't know, maybe just crossbowmen or something. Just something that could put some pressure on the war dancers. Because crossbowmen will actually do great against war dancers. But obviously if the wood elves bring a lot of archers, those archers are going to beat the crossbowmen, you know, massively. So it's a risk. Basically the Empire, I think, they're definitely on the worse end of this. It's pretty rough. But anyway, I've talked long enough. Bring fire next time, buddy. Bring fire. Fire's good. So, guys, yeah, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.